Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, then welcome. And if you don't want to miss out on weekly pick a card readings like this one each week for me, don't forget to subscribe. Today's pick a card reading is, where is your soulmate? In front of me, I have 3 different options, each with a different shell. Choose the one that really calls out to you. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. If you need more time, you can pause the video now, and if you know which one you want, you can go to the timestamp down below. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. Okay, so where is your soulmate? Okay, so when I look at your guys' cards, I see that there are a few different things that your soulmate has had to go through before they could meet you, or even if you have met, they have had to go through certain things and they're still like currently dealing with it before you two could take off. Okay, so one of these things is this person went through a significantly tough breakup for them, okay? So they were already involved with somebody that, okay, so there's the involvement. And this ended, and they have had to heal and learn from this situation, okay, before moving forward. So I definitely get the impression that this person is, they're still healing and dealing with that, and before they can fully like move on and give their heart to you, okay? So, and on top of that, some kind of a setback happened where what they thought they were going to be doing for a living has completely changed, okay? And so they've had to deal with like, well, now what am I supposed to do? Like, I thought this was my future. So between the past relationship and their career, their setback in their career, okay, so it's like money has been like on their mind, okay, so how they thought they were going to, basically like their whole like path of what they thought life was going to be changed. And so this person is currently like dealing with the changes that are occurring, as well as it's kind of like their identity feels like it's up in the air. Like they're kind of going through this like, well, like who am I and what is the point of all this? And some of this is going deeper than just like what should I do now in life? And so they're kind of doing some soul searching and questioning of everything, as well as like they're at this crossroads as far as like a new path goes. On top of healing and dealing with the changes that have occurred. So it's like sometimes, I do feel like they get this like energy and like this new wavelength of being, and they feel okay and alive again. And then other times they're just like, they're caught up. They're caught up in whatever is coming up for them. And this like this 8 of air energy where they feel like kind of like stuck, not knowing, how or where or how they're going to move forward. And they still get kind of caught up in the past and what they thought was going to be their reality. Okay, so I'm also getting the impression though that this person is definitely, okay, so along with the 8 of air, this person comes across when it comes to love as kind of being hard to get, okay? So they don't really have like that, they're not really like pursuing anyone currently. And if they do kind of entertain like people here and there, I feel like it's very sporadic. It's not like they're not consistent, or it's just like they give it an attempt, like messaging, but then like they just don't have it in them to like continue, I feel. So it's because of everything going on. It's just they're not there yet. They're not in that place where they feel like finally like they can be themselves again and like take off with this new path. So yeah, they're constantly like going back and forth between this kind of confused state and just moving forward completely in one new direction. And a part of them is kind of like they fear commitment a little bit as far as like relationships and their path goes, because they feel like both got like ripped out and taken away from them in a sense. So yeah, they're just kind of like just taking it all really slow. Okay, so there's a lot of earth energy going on as far as them moving forward goes. I see though that you two meet, that you two are going to be both instantly attracted to each other. Okay, so this is going to be a completely mutual and at the same time type of feeling. As long as they let you in, is what I'm getting with that. Okay, so two signs that came up in particular are Taurus and Leo. So one of you could be a Taurus or Leo, or they, can act like a Taurus and Leo. And I do feel like with the King of Earth here and Taurus coming up, the Earth does come through strongly. But I'm getting the impression though, like signs aside, that this person is like, once their mind's made up, like they're committed, okay? It just takes them a while to come around to committing because they want to make sure, because when they're sure, but they don't know about you. And now they don't know about their path. So it's like, as far as entering anything new, that's part of the slowness and the hesitation. But once their mind is made up, they're all about commitment and going, giving 100% and like really putting in the work to make things work for this, okay? And as far as the Leo goes, I feel like this person, they stand up for what they believe in. They can be like opinionated to a certain extent, and that's just in regards to what they believe in. I don't feel like they're overly opinionative, but they're true to themselves, they're true to what they believe in, and yeah, just a loyal to the core type of feeling. I don't feel like this person in particular likes the spotlight though, and I've noticed with like the Leo sign that it can go either way with them. So even if, it coming across as them acting like it, I feel like they're not really about the spotlight necessarily. Like, sure, I mean, I could see this person like, like on a night out or something, singing karaoke. But like, as far as liking the spotlight and having to be in it, I don't necessarily see that. Like, they're more balanced. Definitely more of an intro extroverted personalities coming out for this person. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm also seeing like with the Three of Fire reversed, I feel like once this person does make up their mind and make a decision with their new path, they are going to have such an explosive, fiery energy about them that this Six of Fire is going to be flipped and this person is going to take off. And this path is going to be so much more fulfilling and more actually aligned with who this person truly is, that they are going to just, it's all going to come full circle of why the old path and the old relationship wasn't supposed to work, basically. And then that's when I feel like you two are going to meet, or if you've already met, something is finally going to be initiated between you two. Okay, so that spark of fire, somebody's going to message somebody's going to get the inspired idea, and then you guys are going to take off with this too. So they're going to have this newfound courage and confidence, okay? And they're just going to take off with this new idea, and it's, I do. I see like, you know, I think things are also going to then happen quicker than expected because everything's going to be so like you both are going to be on the same page and it's going to be mutual. And I do feel like, you know, that commitment's going to come. I feel like this person is going to do really well in their new path. Okay. I see them going to the top and just like dominating this new field completely. And okay, so with the egg nest and the child card, I do feel like you guys, you know, it's possible you are going to also have kids with this person. And I do feel like, you know, they're going to, it's possible they're going to, you know, be good with the gifts, but I also think there's going to be something significant about the springtime. I just got this real like spring-like feeling like when I saw this card and like this newness, like you both are going to be entering a new wavelength of like where it feels like anything is possible. Just all this real like fire-like energy is coming through. And I feel like that's amazing. And I also think that there's going to be some, I also got like a Valentine's Day feel with this. So it's like you guys are going to like ignite all this like love that like you both feel like it's been a while since you have felt, you know, and just the aliveness and like this fresh energy of newness, just very a spring-like feeling and like a rebirth is what this feels like, you know, with the flowers blooming. It's like you guys are going to bloom to your potential. And along with that, this new streak of creativity is going to take off in both of you. And I feel like you two are really going to help each other expand to the best versions of yourself. And the outcome also is this flower, which is like the sun card, and I feel a lot of joy and happiness. Like, yeah, no relationship's perfect, but it's going to be like just a real elevated type of relationship where you two will expand off of each other and help each other out actually with each other's paths. So this looks really good, group number one. Okay. All right, group number one. This is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give. Hey, group number two. Okay, so where is your soulmate? Okay, so I'm actually getting a few different people for who this could possibly be. And because it's a general reading, you know, that is likely to happen. So I'm just going to say each one that comes through about who this could be. Okay, so for some of you, this person is going to be an ex. For others of you, this person is going to be somebody who was from your past, but like you lost contact with. And now all of a sudden they're going to resurface. Okay. And for others of you, this person shows up like either a friend, so a legit friend, or somebody like you're friends with on social media. Okay. So more of an acquaintance. Okay. So with that being said, instantly when I saw the World card, the song that came to me was Aladdin's song, A Whole New World. Okay, so this person has this, like, deep down, this person is a big time, like, romantic. Okay, with this card, it's coming through. And I mean, I don't feel like they outwardly necessarily show it, but when you're in a relationship with this person, you'll see. Okay, they'll lay out the carpet for you. They're good with the gifts, the wining and dining. Okay. But anyway, so the song that came through though was Aladdin's Whole New World. So I would look up, you know, that song just to hear the lyrics with, you know, in regards to this message and the overall theme and energy to it. But like basically though, what's coming through about that is that this person, when they are tapped into their, you know, romantic side and, you know, involved with somebody, it's like they are ready to dive into this whole new world and way of being and just like experiencing reality. And more than ever, I feel like what they want is to share like this whole new world with somebody, okay? And I feel like deep down that's what you want too, and that's why you two are definitely on the same page as far as that goes. Like some people really aren't, you know, into the whole romance, this and that, but like you guys are, okay? So, yeah. Okay, so let's get into where is your soulmate and what is this person, you know, like what are they doing? What are they up to? Okay, so when I see this, this tells me that, it's kind of funny actually. So the Four of Air is next to the Emperor, which are very like, to me, like dualistic cards. So that tells me this person has a dualistic nature. So on one hand, you know, they're very like, they have a laid back self. They're very chill. They're very like go with the flow on one hand, okay? And I feel like that's when they're, you know, have downtime or they're hanging out with people they're close to and friends with. And then they also have this very like, kind of like, got to get down to business, you know, more serious, more go-getter, more like, let's make things happen, very productive. So just like, you've got this person who is like laid back and chill, but also when, you know, the time comes for it, they are like, okay, they hit the ground running. They're good at what they do. They're a go-getter, you know, like kind of the best at what they do. I'm getting the feeling with this Emperor here. So yeah, okay, so on top of that, I also feel like, you know, this person with the Call card here has gone through some kind of significant change. So even if you do know this person from the past, I don't feel like they would not come across as the same way. Okay. That's how much I feel like they've changed. Yeah. And okay, so and for some of these people, like the change was that they were so like, you know, chill and laid back and not really going anywhere in life. And then all of a sudden something shifted in them and they became really disciplined, really like action oriented and like a go-getter. And yeah. And for others of you, they literally are like these two different personalities. Like they have both sides to them. They can be fun, laid back and whatever. And then like, you know, real like productive, go-getter-ish. Okay. So, yeah, okay, so whether you were involved with this person or not, they're definitely going, when you guys meet, they're going to have such a friend-like energy about them and be really friendly and just like have this loyalty to you. Like even if you guys aren't, you know, official, that's just the feeling I'm getting with the dog card here. And with the letter here, you know, I also feel like they're kind of like traditional when it comes to relationships. Like they take it seriously. They're all about commitment, one person. And I do feel like, you know, this person is going to initiate conversation with you first. Which is interesting because when I see this card, it usually tells me like they're waiting to hear from you. But in this case, I don't feel like that's what's going on there. I feel like that's more like they will be like kind of like, you know, when they do initiate, like just kind of being on the watch for like any signs of interest from you. Okay, so yeah, like I said, you know, big time romantic with this card, takes commitment seriously, definite like soulmate type connection. With this card, I see that they are going to be, you both are going to be highly attracted to each other. And this goes right along with like, it's going to have that fairy tale type feel to it. So like the whole new world energy. And with this, I feel like you guys are going to bring out a real fun, lighthearted, playful side to each other, and life is going to feel magical and be more of a flow. And okay, so with this card, with the style card, I feel like they're going to be really drawn to your style and your way of being. Like they're going to be intrigued by it. So in their eyes, it's going to stand out and draw them to you like a magnet, which I find to be interesting. Okay, and you guys also got, you know, the one. And with this, I feel like you both are going to have that recognition, like immediately. So I'm not getting the impression that, you know, one of you is going to feel it before the other. I feel like you both are going to know it. And yeah, reunite just says that for some of you, this is going to be somebody from either the past or an ex, but others of you, it will be somebody new, friend-like, or you know, somebody you associate with. So possible signs that came through are Gemini and Pisces. So either one of you could be either one of those signs, but I also feel like, you know, that they most likely act like a Pisces and a Gemini. So I feel like when it comes down to it, like this person can be really talkative. They're really good at communicating, you know, taking charge with the Emperor here. And yeah, just I feel like you two are going to have really good conversations, even with the Gemini card here. With Pisces, I feel like, and this goes for both of you, it's honestly coming through that you guys, you know, I feel like you're both imaginative, you're both romantics, you both probably have this creativeness to you, and just like an all-around like intuitiveness, which is going to make for really good conversations. So these two cards really go hand in hand together. I also feel like, you know, them or you, somebody's in the spotlight somehow. But I don't feel like that's going to like get in the way of this connection at all, because I feel like a more matureness coming from this group. And with this card here, it's like you both are, you know, definitely wanting something real, something substantial, just you're both, I feel like, done with the game playing, done with, you know, one person chasing the other, and it's like you're both going to come together at a time where you both want the same thing. And that could also go with the call here, as far as them going through a significant change. Like they could have, along with that more laid backness, been more immature and not really, you know, going for things as seriously. And like I said, like this change happened, and all of a sudden, you know, as far as what they're doing in life and as far as who they want to be with goes, I feel like just this new, like taking things more seriously in a good way. Not in an over serious way, but like in a good way. Like actually, you know, in a more productive way. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're not just doing whatever with no purpose in mind. Like now everything they do has a purpose, it feels, with that line. So yeah, definite more matureness is coming through, and this all in all looks a great. Group number 2. A definite more balanced and, you know, like soulful connection, which is exciting to see. And like you both are going to feel like you're entering this whole new world. Okay, group number 2, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Hey, group number 3. Okay, so where is your soulmate? Okay, so Okay, so this is the one group that I'm actually getting the feeling that you guys already know who this person is. Okay, but not everyone. So like some of you still have yet to meet this person, but like I'm getting the impression that with this moon card here, though, that a lot of you will already know who this person is. Okay, so, okay, here's what's going on with your person. Okay, so I definitely see that they were hurt in the past, okay, because they definitely have an energy of, as far as relationships go currently, they are not putting forward any work with the Eight of Earth reversed here, okay? So they're definitely like kind of doing them right now and doing their own thing. And they're, again, with like the Nine of Fire reversed, as well as my card here, it's like they've got like, in regards to relationships, they still have to heal because they have different fears that pop up in regards to like being vulnerable and like, you know, really like opening their heart to others. And they know that if they don't do that, like they're smart enough to know that, you know, they're going to sabotage the connection before it actually takes off. So they do want to do things right. I feel that about this person. It's just they still got to go through, you know, some more healing in regards to being able to trust in relationships again. Okay, so in the meantime, they're definitely channeling all their energy into their path and work, and I feel like they're a very ambitious person with this Chariot. Okay, so they're definitely a goal-driven person, and they are like, I feel like they're doing well in whatever it is that they're doing currently. Okay, so you're being portrayed here as the King of Air, so even if it's a girl you're wondering about, so your person is all around like a real intelligent person, and I feel like on top of their game, you know, they're decisive, they're good at conversations, they're very observant people. Okay, so even a little bit calculating as far as like their next actions go, okay? I'm kind of getting that this person actually thinks like a chess player. You know, like always like, oh, so if I do this and this will happen, then I could do that. And, you know, just a very intellectual person. Yeah, but with the Nine of Water here and with this heart, I feel like, you know, deep down, this person really does like crave connection, they crave affection, they want love, they kind of have this air about them though. Now I feel with this, they're not gonna show it though. Like they would never be the type to admit it on social media. Like, you know, that somebody broke their heart or they felt as much as they did. But I feel like deep down, they definitely, they do. They want that soulmate like connection. And I believe that for those of you that do know this person, this is why like they do check out your social media, because they feel that resonance with you as far as like the soulmate connection goes. Okay, they're just like, they're keeping everything on the low right now. Okay, so you would never be able to tell from what they post. And like I said, no matter what they're feeling, whether it was hurt or they want a relationship, like they are the type that would never let it be known. Okay, so they definitely are those people that are coming across on social media like they're fine and they're living life and, you know, just doing well as far as what their path is. But yeah, so with these two though, I'm definitely seeing though, for those of you that do know this person, they are definitely checking out what you're doing and what you're about. So yeah. And again, like when I see this, it tells me, yeah, you know, the person's trying to be protective. They're keeping their heart in the cage, but deep down they do feel like, you know, there is somebody, though, that is the key that would open up that cage and they would allow their heart to love. Okay, so yeah, and with the fox here, I do feel like, you know, this person is definitely like kind of got like a sly personality. And, you know, it goes back with them being intelligent. And I actually do feel like this person, like overall, you know, generally regards themselves as being more intelligent than most people in the room. Like that kind of personality. But at the same time, I also feel like with this card, they also are like, you know, like a cool, modern type of person too. So like, they're kind of hip enough to not like, you know, overdo it intellectually with people. So like, they wouldn't want to necessarily come across as being like not super intellectual, but like, you know what I'm saying. Like, they're intelligent and hip enough to know like what they want to portray to people. It goes back to that calculating personality and being kind of sly, like a fox. Okay, so yeah, so their overall message to you is to be patient. And like, they will come around when they deal with what they need to deal with, I feel. Okay, so there were actually a lot of signs that came through. And yeah, and this card represents, you know, new energy, new person. Okay, so Sagittarius, Virgo, Cancer, and Leo came through. They don't have to be any of those. You could be one of these, but I will tell you the different personality traits that come through about each one of those that they do have. Okay, so with the Sagittarius, I feel like, you know, this person has a lot of air and fire energy. And then with the Chariot here, so it's kind of like, I get this feeling like this person, like, they take off with the wind, so to speak. Like when they get an idea and in an inspired action, this person hits the ground running and they take off with this idea. And that's often why this person is so successful at what they do. Like, they don't overthink in that way. Actually, sometimes though, okay, this is interesting. I do sometimes feel like, though, when they're feeling like kind of more doubtful or insecure, like they will overthink and they won't take as much action. But when they are in their confident wavelength, I do feel like, you know, they get an inspired action and they hit the ground running. And then with the Sagittarius and Roam Free card, this person definitely has that, like, I don't want to be tied down feeling. Now, they do want commitment, but it's kind of like, okay, so it's like that meme that says love in such a way that like your person still feels free. Like, that's how they operate. And so they want a partner who also is like that. So like, you both will still kind of have a life outside of each other, if that makes sense, because they just, yeah, it's a balance. You know what I mean? You just definitely have this like free-spirited freedom theme going on with them. Like, they never want to feel restricted, but they do want someone. Okay, and then as far as Virgo goes, I feel like this person is very thorough and they don't miss anything. Okay, so it's kind of like they're so observant. Like, they wouldn't probably miss anything that if they were involved with you that you post on social media. They just wouldn't miss it. And as far as whatever it is that they do on their path, I feel like they're very thorough. Like, they really do give 100%, it feels like. And then with Cancer, I feel like they're way more in touch with their emotions and a romantic side than they let on. Okay, so don't let this person fool you. They do have a heart, no matter how cool or intellectual or aloof they might come across on the outside. Yeah, they feel a lot. They just conceal it, I feel. They don't always show it, they don't always express it. And then with a Leo, okay, so this is interesting. I do feel like, you know, this person can be spontaneous and fun, and they do like the spotlight at times and can be the life of the party. Oh, the other thing that's coming across for this person is I feel like they juggle a lot of different things. Okay, so they often are very busy people who have a lot going on, but I think they honestly, I think they kind of like the challenge. This person likes to be mentally stimulated, so they like when they constantly have things going on and goals to accomplish. Okay, so all in all, though, I do feel like once this person deals with whatever they need to deal with to move forward as far as relationships go, I do see, though, I feel like they would treat you like a king or a queen, depending on, you know, who you are. And I just feel like, you know, it would be a very romantic connection. And it would be like a dream come true or a wish fulfillment for you both. And I do see that they do say, you know, they're going to make a move towards you. Okay, group number 3. All in all, this looks great. So let me know in the comments if you know who this person is. I'm curious. And if this resonated, don't forget to give it a like. All right. Bye, guys.